Greetings and salutations, everyone. It's time for another episode of Viewport Relay, a bi-weekly podcast where the Viewport team looks at the latest news in the gaming industry. As always, I'm your host, Albert Corsten, and I'm joined by Tristan Jung.
Hello.
And Alex Nestor.
Hey.
Alright, guys. There was some lollygagging going on in the last episode.
Nah, it was business as usual.
Yeah, really? Okay. But, you know, I'm back. The Iron Fist is here. There will be order in this podcast.
No
right?
Final Fantasy 14 in this episode at all.
No final.
No, not even.
You're gonna sneak it in as much as you can, aren't you?
I have never done any sneaking in of anything in my life.
You know what they say about Tristan Jungs, right?
He just slides into the DMs.
I don't know about that, but they're sneaky. They're sneaky. Minor agenda for today's episode. We're gonna do some quick news. It's the holiday season, guys. There's not much news. The rest of our news came from Game Awards a couple weeks back. So quick news. Then we're gonna roll into some quick, fun Viewport team Game of the Year / yearly award ceremony things. These are going to be like more fun categories. We'll have an actual game of the year or like our favorite games of the year, but mainly just fun stuff. We might put out an article of actual serious topics of what we thought were the best games of the year. But with that said, let's roll into our first story. I don't know why I'm pausing between words. It makes it sound more dramatic, right?
This is very dramatic.
But this story is somewhat dramatic. So, Blizzard, they got a game, guys. They got a game called Heroes of the Storm. You play that game, guys?
It's my favorite game. What's her name? Siege Tank Lady.
Okay.
That's the only character I play in that video game.
I think when I played that game, that is the only character you played.
What about Abathur? Any Abathur mains?
Lucio mains in here?
He's not as cute.
How about Tracer? Tracer here.
How about Proby the Probe?
That's true.
Anyways, Heroes of the Storm, not a lot of people play it. I'm going to say it right now. I don't think a lot of people play it. And it's evident because Blizzard has essentially told their developers in an internal note that they are moving away from active development of the game and that they are canceling all of their esports events for that game for 2019 and assuming in the future as well.
No, just for 2019. Then we'll make a return in 2020.
Yeah, it'll be back right after this station's message.
The HD remaster.
Oh gosh. Anyways, so there was a lot of backlash from players and casters, and even a little bit from the Heroes of the Storm's developers themselves, saying that at BlizzCon, there were no indications from Blizzard upper management that these events would be canceled and that it seemed to be all systems go and that, 2019 would just be another year for Heroes of the Storm. But a lot of casters and players are now essentially out of a job because Blizzard just kind of dropped the hammer on all these people. And I wanted to delve into the subject of what it means for the developer of a game themselves to run the competitive, tournament series, whatever, competitive scene, I guess that was the word I'm looking for. And sort of their responsibility in communicating these sort of messages to organizations, players, casters, and whatnot.
It was very well communicated, right? They communicated it. I don't know. I feel like it's hard. Right now it's kind of a gamble, especially because the developers own these things as well. It's not like a separate outside entity. Like Nintendo does not run the Smash tournaments, or at least they didn't used to. They just kind of sponsor them, right? Valve is probably not going to run TI forever. So I think with the current setup of how these tournaments are set up, there is the risk that basically the job that you have could disappear at any time. Now, about
do you think it's up to the organizations, though, to communicate this earlier? Like, if they said back in October, they're like, hey, guys, let's be real here. Heroes of the Storm is not generating revenue or does not have the player base that us at Blizzard find it like worthwhile to continue development for this game. So, hey, 2019, we're sorry, we're canceling all these events, as opposed to BlizzCon happens, it's December 10th, we're less than a month away from the new year, and they're like, by the way, guys, next year, after you come back from your Christmas and all that fun New Year stuff, yeah, you're out of a job.
Merry Christmas, no job.
Merry Christmas, find a new game.
No, yeah, I agree.
Did you hear about Overwatch? I hear that's a good game.
I think
Season 2 coming soon.
I think that is the part, definitely. I agree, that sucks. The fact that if they did it like, okay, we're going to at least finish off the ones we announced, I think it would have been okay. But yeah, the way they handled kind of the announcement and the pullback basically is not acceptable. Especially when people's like livelihoods are on the line here.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you guys think of, or Alex, were you going to say something?
Maybe Blizzard tried to send out a text, but just none of them had phones.
I mean, they all threw them away. They didn't want to play. They didn't want to play it.
Oh.
But what I was going to say is this sort of a downside of having an organization essentially, or like the developer essentially run? I don't know if I don't follow the Heroes of the Storm pro scene too much.
Oh,
but
man.
It seems as though they were essentially propping up the majority of all of the esports events. So, essentially, once the game developer themselves stops deciding to support the game essentially dies. And is that a downside? Because compared to a game like Dota, where if Valve said, hey, we're not doing any events, sorry, no more majors, there are still a huge amount of third-party run events. In fact, all of them are third-party run except for TI, right? Valve essentially just sponsors them, and they provide a majority of the prize pool, but I still think that Dota would have a thriving scene even if Valve left.
Yeah, you'd have studios like Beyond the Summon and others able to stream Dota tournaments and, of course, run them pretty well. Prize pools would probably shrink, but regardless, they'd be able to play. For a game like Heroes of the Storm where it's not nearly as popular, it is much tougher. If it's not Blizzard ran, basically, I don't know if a tournament could really live or thrive.
Yeah, that's why.
Go ahead.
That's why I brought up Melee earlier, right? That's a very grassroots scene. If the community is there, people will kind of figure it out on their own. Maybe Heroes of the Storm was just not a good enough game to garner a big community.
Agreed. And I think that for some reason, right, if a game is popular enough, sort of like Melee, like Tristan was saying, and has a grassroots sort of scene, then even if the main developer drops support, like, let's say tomorrow Riot Games is like, guys, we're canceling LCS. It's just done. We're going to work on another game. We're done with League. Their community would definitely prop up their own events.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Blizzard is kind of weird in that they like to keep things very, very in-house. Like, all of their games, essentially, except for maybe StarCraft is the only one that I can think of that's sort of had non-Blizzard sponsored stuff. Overwatch is obviously entirely controlled by Blizzard.
Yeah, I tried running an Overwatch tournament in my house the other time, and the cops came in. They're like, "We smelled an Overwatch tournament."
Is that Tracer? Get over here!
Get out of here!
You're under arrest.
Two of my friends had to go to jail. But
yeah. So I don't know. Interesting sort of thing to think about that hasn't really happened yet, right? Like, most of these things where the developer, this is actually, I think, one of the first times where HOTS was popular, like, not extremely popular, but somewhat popular 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. But definitely the first esport that a company has propped up that has officially now just kind of been canned. And I guess lessons learned for future companies of how to handle if they're going to do this. Essentially better communication.
Yeah, that definitely helped. And I guess this just means more mobile games on the horizon from Blizzard. They're looking to get
Guys,
that
we're canceling Heroes of the Storm and making Heroes of the Storm on your phone.
Heroes of the Storm.
Might as well.
Sporn.
Mm-hmm.
It's a...
I think this is just part of the cycle that will happen. Like, I'm sure 5 years from now, this exact same thing is going to happen with a bunch of battle royale games.
Yeah. I mean, we've had announcements before, right, of servers getting shut down for games. That's about the closest I can think of this is too, right? Mm-hmm. MMOs where they shut down the servers.
Mm-hmm.
But those are usually, actually, I was going to say usually, but they're actually oftentimes not communicated very far in advance at all. I would say about a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think City of Heroes had about 2 months of an announcement, so they had a pretty long time to know when they were closing.
Yeah. Just the weird thing I feel with MMOs is though you can kind of see the end coming, right? Like you can kind of see how many players are in the world, and as it starts to die down, it's a little harder to see in a MOBA. I mean, I guess your matches could take longer to find, but you'll always have 10 players in a match. So, alrighty, we will move on. So this is sort of a larger story, but Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out next month got leaked, stolen by some random guy who works at a shipping company. They found him. They quote unquote captured him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We got him. Nomura. Minasan. We got him. All right. But the thing I want to take away from this story is that obviously Nomura came out and he said, hey, like, please, if you have a copy, don't spoil anything. Let players enjoy the game. But he did say at the end that specific cutscenes, as well as a secret ending or cutscene or whatnot, was not in the game. And people are like, sort of on the fence. They're like, hey, that's kind of cool. That if it's like a day one patch or like they release the content maybe like a week before, or I don't know how they're going to do it, but some people are upset that they don't want to have to download anything day one, which is understandable.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think that this is sort of a necessary precaution nowadays? So many things get leaked, whether it's game stores selling copies early, people stealing things from companies or whatnot. Do you like that, or do you not like that practice of what Square Enix is doing here?
I'm on the fence about it. Games coming out early has always been a long-standing issue. Way back, going all the way back, and I guess to me, spoilers don't really affect me too much. Even if I see them, I don't really change my opinion of anything, and it doesn't really ruin my experience typically. So,
what about if you extend this to like other mediums in terms of spoilers, like a movie? Like, there's a movie you really want to see,
like Snape kills Dumbledore.
Yeah, something like that. You know, right?
Well, I
remember for me, like one of the biggest ones was when the Star Wars movie came out, the episode 7.
Oh, you saw okay.
And Twitch chat, people were just spamming it in Twitch chat.
Oh yeah, when they're doing that mean-spirited trying to get rights out of people, I can definitely see that much.
Like, imagine these cutscenes were in the game, right? And someone leaked it, and then people found it on the internet, and now spoilers are people are just spamming things in Twitch chat. Kind of sucks, especially because this is a very early leak. Normally it's like 2 weeks, right? We talked about Smash a while ago, right?
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah. This is Smash, about a month and a half out, isn't it?
A month and a half out, yeah. I know the announcement that it went gold was in November, right?
About a month ago, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, wow, this is really early for a leak.
Here's my question. Actually, no, cancel that question. Never mind.
All right, question's been canceled.
Question aborted.
I think, aside from... I'll answer your question, Albert, but... I honestly think, like, planning a heist to steal an unreleased game is kind of very cool.
Straight out of Nomura's office.
Yeah. Like, we can make a movie out of that.
That's not really a heist. The guy works at the shipping company.
What a heist.
You can just rip open a pallet of the games and just take, like, a box of them.
Great
Look,
heist.
we gotta make it sound cooler, though.
Yeah.
This is Payday, alright?
He's been captured, okay? We gotta make it sound
put the jammers down like in Payday, and they go,
and
stops the pagers.
It was Quentin Flynn who announced that he was captured, and Quentin Flynn is the voice actor of Raiden from MGS2. So he knows Metal Gear Solid shit happened. Yeah,
he got real captured. Here's the other thing: the game's epilogue and secret movie, which are the biggest spoilers in the game, are planned to be released at a later date. Later date, not launch date. Later date.
Well, later date could mean like as of today, right? A later, like not today.
I'm smelling.
Which could be on the launch date.
But if they're saying launch date and then at a later date, I would take that as after the launch date.
I'm smelling some Chapter 3 from here.
Oh. Oh.
I'm smelling some Royal Edition here.
Some DLC. You sniffing some DLC over there? Mm-hmm. That sounds like a drug. You guys sniffing some DLC over there.
You want the real ending?
I think it's really cool that they kind of foresaw this. But it does suck that if you play offline, which, you know, for a single player game, I'm pretty sure many people would, you won't be able to get the access to this, which is sucky. So
what do you guys think about implementing, it's a touchy subject, right? DRM, but not DRM in order to play, more of DRM in terms of if you buy a game online right now, right? If you pre-order it, it will check to see if the game is released when you try to boot up the game. Mm-hmm. Obviously, physical copies, like, they already have the game data and whatnot, but would it be difficult for game companies, or would there be outrage if they just added a simple check to say, hey, if you have a physical copy, you also need to check to see if the game was released? I get a little upset. It's a little bit of jealousy when there's a game I really want to play, and I find out people have leaked copies of it. That happened with Smash. I was like, man, I want to be playing Smash right now. And some guy just went to some random store and some sales associate made a mistake and sold a game that shouldn't have been sold. But I'm like, man, I really want to play that game.
You know, that's kind of the way it is for the very rare PC game that you find out in the wild, physical copy. Most of the time it comes with like the Steam installer on the disc only. And then you download the game, but you still can't play it because it's not out yet on Steam. So if they do a similar thing for console, maybe, but at the same time, that does force people to, again, download the game. And if they don't have an internet connection for their console, well, they're SOL.
I think some people buy the physical or console games, or just consoles in general, so that they can play offline, right? Adding this requirement, it really went well with Microsoft a few years ago, right? So I don't really see that working out too well.
I always find it interesting. What do you guys find more uncommon in terms of PC gaming versus console gaming I find the biggest outcry with DRM comes from PC players. And I find it reasonable because you can game on a laptop, right? And if you're on a laptop, there are many locations where you won't have access to internet, right? You can take a laptop anywhere. But I feel like consoles are a little more niche in that you need a TV to play them, excluding the Switch, of course. You need a TV to play them, which means you'll usually be in a place where you have access to Wi-Fi of some sort to just run a DRM check. Like, if it's a one-time like, I can get DRM where you always need to be logged in, but if it's, hey, you just need to be logged in just for the initial check to see if the game has been launched or not. I wonder if that would go off less like rough for gamers, or if there would still be a large outcry. I guess the question comes down to, right, would you rather have a one-time DRM check, or would you rather be subject to potential spoilers from people who get the game early?
I'll take the latter. I don't care about spoilers. Movie spoilers I care about, but not game spoilers. Like, so
you would rather not have DRM?
Yeah, it's fine. So what if Goofy dies?
Mickey dies.
Mickey
gets Norded. Mickey gets
Norded.
Oh,
man, no.
Chris is like, you know what? Give me the DRM. All right. You guys got anything else on that one? If not,
I'm so excited for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say for our next story. Because it's
probably also excited for that one.
It's Battle Royale.
Boy.
So we got PlanetSide Arena. It is a Battle Royale / not Battle Royale. It has non-Battle Royale game modes.
Like a normal
let's
game.
just talk about PlanetSide, guys. What do you guys remember about PlanetSide? Do you guys remember playing PlanetSide 2?
There were a
I
lot
remember playing Side 2.
Is that it?
That's all I remember. It was an alright game. It was very average in terms of how it played, but it was, free to play, so it wasn't terrible.
Yeah, it was free to play. I like the shooting mechanics. I like the massive player counts, even though back on the potato computer I had back then, the frame rate's kind of crapped out.
I like sneaking into enemy territory, scaling up the cliffs with my jetpack, and then killing like one person and dying instantly. That's what I like.
Sounds like Battlefield almost.
I always thought the first game looked really cool, but the subscription fee turned me off. I did not have the income to support that kind of game. But now I could, but that game's long gone at this point. But now,
thanks to Square Enix's low price of $12.99.
Okay. No. Get out of here. So yeah, I was like, I forgot this game even existed. That was it's still running and active development and all that jazz. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on this battle royale arena, whatever you want to call it?
Well, this is battle royale expanded, isn't it?
Done planet side, right?
It's like 500 people in this match.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I'm just gonna say right now, that sounds awesome. It's not really
random.
royale though, right? Because it's teams. Well, one of the modes is team deathmatch, right?
Right. I believe it announced 500 person battle royale though.
Yeah.
Oh, did it? I didn't see that one. I saw the 250 versus 250.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like your standard gameplay. Is that break?
Okay, yeah, there's solos and then teams of 3 and then 250 on 250 team deathmatch.
That sounds horrifying.
Yeah, that's a lot
How
of
do
people.
you win against 500 players? How long does that match take? Right? And
you remember playing Side 2? You just do nothing for hours, just shooting people.
Just
to take one building.
Kind of, but at the same time, right? Like, you could say, oh, they can speed it up, they can make the play area smaller, but it's like, 100-player battle royales, the first 2 minutes is already so crazy. Now add 5 times the amount of players.
Hey, It's 64 square kilometers, okay? That's like... I don't know how big that is, but that's how big it is.
How many square miles is that, huh?
Dude, you're asking...
How many acres is that?
You're asking the hard questions here. But 500 players, first of all, what happens when the player base declines? Like, you're gonna be waiting for hours. There's gonna be like one match a day.
That's kind of true. Do you think it'll have like a time limit where if it only gets 300 people, it'll just start with 300 people?
I want my 500 player experience. Okay. I sign up. I pay $20 to play with 500 people, not 300.
Gotta get in the Discord and
does it cost money? I didn't see that.
It does.
Yeah, $20 and $40.
I actually like that.
Comes with the nice little battle pass, you know?
It was a good free-to-play game. It wasn't very pay-to-win, but I honestly, now, we have incomes, we're adults. I like having a game where I can just have to pay money once. And it'll have microtransactions, it'll have skins, I bet. But,
it has battle pass.
Doesn't bother me. Also, it comes out the same day as Kingdom Hearts 3, which is interesting.
Okay, so I'll be playing this one.
Okay.
Alright, okay. I got it. This will be fun. I'm a little worried about the duration of the...
You guys want to try this game out? Would you guys try this game out?
Maybe. I need to see some footage of it first.
Yeah, I want to see some videos. That's what I want to see first. They only have like a teaser trailer, which doesn't really show anything.
Yeah.
If the I forgot the name of their faction. If they have hard rock and music on the class selection screen, is this an insta buy?
What? Why would I pick them when I can be the Vanu?
Vanu Cult Head?
Yep.
Their tanks were OP, by the way, just saying right now.
Need my fuchsia armor.
Their hover tanks, man, they could fly in any direction, so they could just dodge shells from any tanks. Oh, so great.
Get good.
Yeah, another battle royale. We got Firestorm still coming in March for Battlefield, so... Woo. The year of the battle royale extends.
Can't get enough of that stuff.
Also, yeah, we had CSGO Battle Royale, so that's a thing now. I don't know. Tristan, you sounded very interested. Did you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some... it's out, right?
It's out. Yeah, it came out literally the day they announced it.
Yeah, I saw the article. I saw some gameplay. It looks very interesting. I've been itching to download it again. I just want to try it out. It's like very intimate battle royale, you know, like Azimir battle royale.
Yeah, and you can get you can pick up axes and stuff.
Yeah,
and you can buy items. It's like Hunger Games.
I think Valve's got the right idea. Don't go for the big scale. Don't go for the 7,000 player battle royale. Go for the intimate feeling battle royale.
It runs a queue every 30 minutes, and it puts every single player into one map that joins in 30 minutes. It's a 10,000 player battle royale.
No, but I like how it's smaller. I think smaller scale might work out better. Like you can introduce some really cool systems in there that you just can't do with like hundreds of people.
I was surprised when I heard this announcement, and I was like, do the guns do the same amount of damage? And the first FAQ question was yes. The guns do the exact same damage as they do in like the normal game. But I don't know if Alex has seen gameplay. There's you have no ammo in this game, and the guns you get are like crap. It's hard to find a good gun, which makes sense because that would be really
that makes sense. Yeah.
So you'll start out with your fists, and you might, if you're lucky, find a pistol, but your pistol will have 8 bullets in it. And finding ammo is very difficult. You can buy ammo, but if you buy ammo, the drone that comes to you will show everyone your position, right?
Oh,
so it's very interesting.
I like what they're doing there.
There was a lot of flack. Do you guys think that Valve, with the release of Artifact and going to card games and then with a battle royale, people were like, "Oh, Valve, you're just following industry trends right now. You used to be the trendsetters or doing something different." What do you guys say, related to sort of Artifact and Danger Zone of what Valve is doing?
The fact that we gave up on trying to review Artifact speaks about Artifact. I mean, I think it's okay. Valve didn't invent FPS. They just refined it to a place where it was really, really good. They mastered it.
They gave it a lot more
storytelling,
narrative.
Right? Yeah, narrative.
They can't get there if they don't screw up a couple times in between. So I'm totally okay with Valve putting their own little touch on these kind of bigger trends that are happening. As long as they keep trying.
I think Artifact is more of a fine wine. It just hasn't fermented yet.
It'll take 10 years.
There were reports, though, that the player base of Artifact is dwindling very quickly.
That doesn't really surprise me too much. Just watching the game a bit, it seems like the card pool is fairly small.
Yeah.
And the number of viable cards seems even smaller, so I could see that definitely. But
I wonder if the game is going to go free to play.
I think it'd have to.
CSGO just went free to play too. That was part of the Danger Close announcement.
I don't think going paid was ever a good idea for Artifact, but that's a whole nother matter. CSGO, I'm fine with that new mode. It probably took very little dev time overall to actually make.
There's some pretty unique features in that, though. So
they came up with some pretty good ideas, like the ammo system and the drone flying in to deliver items if you want.
The craziest thing for me is the the blue zone. It's not like a zone, like a wave. It's just this red gloopy material that kind of spreads across the texture on the ground, so you can actually.
They should have just made it the Source Engine no texture blob. Maybe it's just this moving cloud of errors.
That's what would be if they were to make the Smash trailer, World of Light, where everyone got eaten. If they were to make that for a Valve universe, it would just be the purple checkered eating everyone.
Yep.
I like.
And the giant red floating error when you're missing a model. That's exactly what it would be.
But no, it sounds maybe like they're trying to make a battle royale that's competitive. Just maybe. Because that is the story that's also come out, is Epic's trying to still struggle a bit with trying to make Fortnite a competitive game.
And so, we've talked about that
might be getting that trend set. They're just looking like the follower at the moment.
Hey, Valve's always got something cooking, right?
Artifact 2.
Artifact 2.
Dota 3.
Just move to Artifact 2.
They're like, okay, give up.
Yep. Free to play Artifact 2.
I'm sure Artifact is currently working on the TF2 booster pack set. We'll have Soldier as a hero pretty soon.
Put it in there. I would play a Valve card game with from all the universes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
oh man. I want to be Ricochet.
Ricochet too!
That's my favorite character.
I have a story that's a meme story for this next one. You know, Soulja Boy made a console. And it's literally just a console with a bunch of stolen ROMs put into it.
I just saw the JonTron video for that today. He took whatever some Chinese company sells on Amazon, and he's just reselling it on his website.
How does that work, and how do you not get sued for that?
Nintendo is already on his case. He may get prison time.
Oh, did he put Nintendo ROMs on it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's all over.
Batman Reggie's coming. Yep. Reggie's coming.
What was he thinking?
I don't know.
Look, he's just a tech entrepreneur.
Okay, let's put it this way, alright? He obviously could not develop a product single-handed. There were people that he approached this idea with, and were also not like, isn't that not legal? Everyone he discussed this with was like, let's do it.
Sounds like a great plan.
Mm-hmm. So he slept on it, but then he got up out of bed and turned his swag on and made a game console.
So I think he quote unquote released like 4 different consoles in a week or something.
Yeah.
Dang.
Why?
What was he thinking?
That's just good work ethic. I don't know what else it could be.
By the way, the website claims that his thing can run Switch games. I don't think it can run Switch games.
Yeah, he retweeted something that said like it runs Super Smash Ultimate.
That's how to get even more sued.
Yeah, Nintendo's definitely gonna be on top of that.
Like a 20-year-old ROM, alright. But a game that just came out? Okay.
Should I buy one for research? Oh god, it's $160.
Hey. I wish I bought a taco phone, alright, when it was out. And now I've lost my opportunity.
I want to bring up the fact that he's also selling ear pods called Soulja Pods for a 6. Damn. It says $658 on the main page, but when you click in, it says $1792. So I don't know. I don't know how the pricing works there.
There's been a markup.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you.
That's how they get you. He's selling like an Ouya ripoff. It's called a Soulja Game Fuse. It's $400.
Wow.
Oh.
I will read you the...
What a interesting console to take after. A console that completely failed.
Global 200 plus content partners, including Ubisoft, Koei Tecmo, Arc System, Deep Silver, Concept. I'm sure they signed off on it. And I mean,
Concept?
I mean, this game, literally, I kid you not, this game, this console gaming system has the best game in the world. I'm trying to fetch the picture so I can show you.
Does it have Action 52 on it, though?
No. It has... sorry. It has frickin' Mighty Number 9. Do you see it right there?
Well, yeah, they're partnered with Concept, right? So we got Keiji Inafune on the phone.
Abundant
Think
games.
of the value.
Play anytime. Starting 20 game shock.
That's shock. I'm shocked. Surprise Pikachu face. Shock.
You a shock.
All right.
If you would like to donate some money to info@viewportgaming.com so we can buy one of these for research.
Does the FBI show up to your house to confiscate this?
I don't know.
I don't know. Is it our fault that it has illegal ROMs on it?
That's true.
I like how he also sells gift cards for his store.
Maybe someone will just send you a $160 gift card.
No, it's $399.
Oh, that's what he should have gone into. Cryptocurrency. Soulja Coin.
I wouldn't be surprised if that actually exists.
It probably does. Almost assuredly.
All right, guys, we're moving into our last part of the day. Of the episode. You know, it's a day, it's an episode. you know.
I know.
We're going to be doing some end of the year awards, some fun ones. I'm going to be flipping these around that they're in the order that we have them in. But let's start with... There's not too many. Just a couple. There's like, what, 7 of these? 7 of these, yeah. We'll start with it. We'll follow up. We just talked about Battle Royale. So we'll do Best Battle Royale of the Year.
I didn't have a meme answer for this one. I only have a real answer. I'm gonna give it to Call of Duty Blackout.
Ooh, I like it.
That's a really fun game to even watch, as compared to Fortnite or PUBG. I haven't watched PUBG in a long time, and I think Infinity Ward or whoever made it, I forget who made it, Sledgehammer.
Yes.
They did a really good job of kind of putting their own twist on it. It's not just a straight up copy. And it integrates the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 characters pretty well into the mode as well.
All right, Alex, did you have a pick?
Hell yeah. Mine is a complete ripoff. It's Hi-Rez's Realm Royale.
Oh!
A blast from the past people may remember.
I do.
It basically was some weird amalgamation of like Fortnite graphics with Hi-Rez's other game Paladins, and just had a bunch of really stupid powers and had like this medieval motif. I don't know what's going on, and it had mounts. That was important.
It had mounts, just
we
like
had
the
mounts.
Paladins.
Yep.
And he turns into a chicken.
Yeah, and they had like this really OP transmog ability where you could just turn enemies into chickens for like 30 seconds and shoot them.
And people would say get clucked.
Yep.
Because chickens.
Very good game. Just a complete joy to watch for at least a few minutes. And then you just turn it off because you're watching a battle royale.
Alright, I also had Black Ops 4.
Wow.
Wow. Guys choosing the real answer.
I thought it was the most polished of all the Battle Royale games that came out this year. Fortnite was, like, obviously the biggest one. But, I mean, in terms of the gameplay, it got stale. A lot of people said it got stale really fast. Like, the building mechanic was kind of dumb. And the vehicles in Black Ops are kind of crazy and add a huge dynamic into the game. Which I think it'll be interesting once Firestorm for Battlefield 5 comes out and see how they kind of go the same route. There won't be, like, helicopters and stuff, but... yeah.
I have a runner-up.
If you say Fortnite.
No. Radical Heights.
Okay. No. No.
It's been so long since we brought up Cliffy.
Have you even seen gameplay of that game?
No.
Very little. I saw some very glitchy bike footage.
You had about 3 days to watch it.
There's very little footage that can be found.
I sent you that meme bike clip a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move to our next category. We've got we're going to do Best Publisher of the Year. I know someone who's not going to win this category.
Telltale.
Oh.
Technically, yes. I was thinking Bethesda doesn't win this category.
Oh.
Probably not Starbreeze either.
Yeah, that's exactly what I have. I have Telltale ? Starbreeze ?
You just got all the meme answers lined up.
My real answer is actually Microsoft. Not because they published a lot of stuff this year, but I really kind of respect the ramping up that they're doing. They're really putting all their investment into indie developers right now. Not just indie, I guess. They have mid-sized. I think they bought 8 or 9 of them this year in total, starting from E3. Yep. So I like how they're gearing up for whatever they have up their sleeve for next year. I think their next console codename got leaked today. It was like Anaconda. So I respect that they're kind of longer thinking and they're making it very transparent with everyone.
What happens to the Xbox One X when the Xbox 5 comes out? Because it won't be the world's most powerful console.
No, they're actually gonna gimp their next console just on purpose.
Oh, okay. one like gigahertz less.
Uh-huh.
Or like 1 hertz.
A single hertz.
Processor speed. A single hertz. A single hertz. World's most powerful console.
But yeah, Microsoft gets my little vote.
All right, Alex, did you have one?
Yeah, I think I'm going with Sega Atlas. They released a lot of Yakuza games this year. Valkyria Chronicles 4, which people were really looking forward to. They've just been giving people what they want, and that's all I can really ask for.
Albert's trying to figure out what a publisher does.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was just making sure they're a publisher, not a studio. Yeah, and there definitely are. I'm gonna put Capcom as my publisher of the year.
Okay.
I was trying to think what Capcom released this year, other than
Street Fighter V Arcade Edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they also had Mega Man 11, which, and I think, and it's not because they did a great year, I think it's just because Capcom in the previous years has done so badly, that I think this was a good year for them. They got a lot of flack in the past years for being really money grubby with their player base, and I think this year, definitely, I don't know how much say they had with Monster Hunter, but they were not money grubby at all with that game. Same with Mega Man 11. Street Fighter 5, alright, a little different, but...
Yeah, you just recently got in the news for that one again.
Yeah, so maybe I spoke too soon, but I think they had a good year.
Overall, yeah.
Rescind the award.
If I had to do a backup, it would be probably whatever Sony is. Is Sony Computer Entertainment? I don't know. Whatever makes all their publish all their first party games. Or like exclusive games. Just because they make good games, Oh, also for Capcom, they announced some pretty crazy stuff for next year.
They got some good stuff coming in 2019.
So I think they're on the up and up. I think next year is going to be a good year for Capcom too, as long as they don't screw anything up. All right, we've got best dev studio of the year. I can start. Do you want to start?
Sure, I'll start. I put Nintendo.
Hey, you stole mine! That's why I wanted to start.
They had a fantastic year last year with the Switch launch, and then this year they just, pumped those babies out. There's so many Nintendo games on the Switch. Albert can cover some of them too, but, we got a Kirby game, although it wasn't that great. Sure, whatever. We got a Pokemon game.
You're a harsh critic, all right.
We got a Smash game. We got what else did?
Wait, what did you say already? What did you say?
Smash game.
Okay.
We got Donkey Kong
Kirby?
on there.
Well, that's not Nintendo, but okay.
Oh,
that's retro.
Oh.
That's retro.
They're owned by
in collab.
It's a mixtape. And then, I feel like
Mario Tennis. Mario Tennis was really good.
I thought they did a fantastic job in 2018.
I feel like, they didn't... they had, obviously, Smash at the end of the year was their, biggest, everything game, right? Mm-hmm. But I think throughout the year, they definitely, although they weren't, the craziest, best games ever, last year we had Odyssey and Breath of the Wild. And it's okay, let's be real, guys. No one Nintendo's kind of a little cheaty because they have so many, internal development studios, but no studio is ever going to release 2 games that rank in the top 15 games of all time in the same year ever again, probably for the history of video games. But, I think people put too much, flack on them this year. They were this year wasn't as good as last year. And it's all right, let's try to be let's be a little honest with ourselves. No studio in this year, the entire this year, had as good year as Nintendo did last year.
They didn't announce Metroid Prime 4 release date. They didn't put Waluigi in Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
They also had a Pokemon this year as well. Not as big.
Yeah.
All right. You already know mine, Alex. Did you have any developer this year that you really liked? And it doesn't have to be multiple games, right? It can be a game that did an awesome job with just one game.
Bethesda.
Oh my.
They've proven they can do it all. They can make a launch client. They can update your game for you. They can
take your money.
Develop a game that's really good.
They made Fallout Shelter, right?
They did do that. They can make mobile games.
That didn't happen this year, did it?
Hey, it still exists, so it counts.
Oh, that came out a long time ago. Why?
It did. That came out with Fallout 4.
Oh, yeah. God. It feels like it came out, just yesterday.
Wait, no! Stop! I can't tell if you're trolling or not. All right. So, did you have an actual answer, or is Bethesda actually your answer? I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I don't have a Dev Studio answer for that.
All right, Square Enix. There you go. There's your answer. Okay. Wait, they make Final Fantasy 14 online, right?
Yeah,
they
It's
do.
not some other studio.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I mean, I guess that technically counts. Yoshi P's development team. They're the best Dev Studio of the year.
Very
There you go.
specific.
Releasing more
Yoshi
content
P's
for
development team.
the one very successful franchise they have right now.
Ouch.
Oh, Kingdom Hearts. Rip.
Well, Kingdom Hearts is coming, but it's not out yet. Nomura hasn't gotten his last opus out.
His best opus.
It's
All
very
right.
close, though.
We will do best surprise / announcement of the year. Mine's a little cheesy. So my biggest surprise was that they announced a Smash in March and it came out by the end of the year. Like, I don't think a Smash game has ever been announced and came out in the same year. I mean, it was towards the end of the year, but still.
Yeah, it definitely felt longer for Brawl and Smash 4.
4 seemed like forever. I feel like they announced it at E3 and it took like 2 years, but I'm sure it was faster than that. I think it was like a year and a half or something.
I'm sorry, but I think it has to be Final Fantasy 14.
You don't remember the name of the new expansion, do you?
No,
what's the surprise?
it's so hard. I can never remember it. Stormbringer or something.
Oh, Shadowbringers?
Shadowbringer. Oh my
I
god.
was like, they're not going to put Storm in another game.
Stormblood is the current expansion. They're both SB, okay?
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah, that's going to be difficult. There was that year a couple years ago where a bunch of games were using HOTS as their abbreviation.
Mm-hmm.
So there was like StarCraft, which had
Heart of the Swarm.
Heart of the Swarm,
yep.
and then Guild Wars 2 announced their expansion, which was called Heart of Thorns.
Oh, that's right.
Like Heroes of the Storm.
And then there was Heroes of the Storm.
Blizzard
and
came in.
it was like, stop, please.
That's why they had to get rid of the game.
People were confusing it for a StarCraft 2 expansion.
Yeah.
That came out 2 years ago, or like 2 years before it released.
I think one of my big surprises was actually just very recent. Joker and Smash. I don't think I really predicted to ever seen a Persona character in a Smash game. But here we are.
Persona. All right, guys. This is going to be an interesting one. We got biggest flop of the year.
I wrote 3 different answers.
Okay, I have 3 as well. We will start with one from Alex. We're going to let Alex go first. Does he have a flop?
So the biggest flop I got is Final Fantasy 15, the DLC getting canceled.
Oh, interesting. Really?
Well, you gotta think about it. They announced that there'd be, 4 episodes coming out? Arden, Luna, Ariana, Highwind, and Noctis again, or something like that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we're getting Arden, but then Hajime Tabata called it quits, he's out of there, and then they just canceled the rest of the DLC.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I'd be pretty disappointed if I really wanted more of the story, like I was promised.
Yeah, but we talked about this on the episode, right? Would you rather have 4 DLCs or one good one and then he's gone and then the rest 3 are just kind of trash?
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe they have like basic storyboards they can at least release so people can create their own fan fictions or something.
It's
I don't know.
Schrodinger's DLC. It can't be. It's good and bad if it never releases.
I'm sure
Exactly.
Ariana's episode just began with her eating cup ramen, and that was just about the gist of it.
All right, I'm moving into mine. Guys, we saw it come from a mile away. We got Lawbreakers.
Oh,
One of the biggest flops of the year. Literally down to double-digit players within 1 month of release. Cliffy B, I'm sorry, but you gotta take the cake, right?
that man has retired from making video games forever. Okay.
Yep. Became a family
That's
man.
what I call a flop.
It doesn't get much more floppy than that.
Yeah. More floppy than a pancake. All right, Tristan. Lay it on us.
I put Telltale.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
How does that happen? I think we were discussing this, right? Albert had a great moment of, you just wake up one morning, you're like, oh, I'm out of money. Gotta shut this down. Whoops.
Everybody's fired.
Won't make that mistake again. Whoops.
But then they did.
And then they did.
Yeah,
because they were out of money. They didn't have the chance to make that mistake again.
No, I thought they had layoffs, and then they had layoffs again. Like the skeleton crew, they had to lay them off.
Did you hear what happened? Random side note tangent. They said that there are actually like 40 devs still working at the company working on this.
How does that
finishing the last chapter?
Chapter
Netflix
3.
Or something? I don't know what's going on.
Anyways.
Maybe it's the money that they're selling from their current game still is
my goodness.
Fueling.
They have a chart. It's like real time, like money flowing in, money flowing out due to...
Exactly. Jim, we've fallen below the threshold.
You're out.
You're out.
Oh God, we shouldn't be joking about this. But yeah, Telltale was one of my 3.
All right. I know what your second one's going to be. Go for it. It's probably the second one I had.
Metal Gear Survive.
Oh, I forgot
about that game coming out this year.
No.
Oh man.
Oh,
we saw it a mile away, and it still happened.
Did you guys do the Silent Hill event during Halloween?
Oh God, was that actually a thing?
Yep, Pyramid Head was put in the game.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Survive is literally just all of Konami's Dead series.
Wait. Which game rated lower, that game or Fallout 76?
I'm pretty sure 76 got a lower score.
I think Survive was like a 6 out of 10, which is pretty bad.
I want to say Survive got in the 60s. As of right now, Fallout 76 is like 53.
Metal Gear Survive is a working game. It was just bad.
It was like a disappointment, right? It was a disappointment. We're just like, why? Why are you
I don't
here?
know if anyone had expectations of the game, so I don't know if it could be a disappointment.
That's true. And that's, I think, Tristan was about to move into it. Fallout 76, which was my second flop of the year, was it had potential, right? It had potential. We saw Metal Gear, it was like dead on arrival. Everyone's like, this is going to be the worst game ever.
Everyone knew. They were like, Metal Gear with zombies, alright, we're
at it.
Nothing.
And it had a few glitches, right? But like Alex said, like, it was just a bad game, right? There was nothing wrong. It was just bad. 76, though, whole nother beast.
Yeah.
I remember Tristan telling me, should I continue playing this game? And I said, yeah, you gotta keep playing that game, bud.
We had a heart-to-heart. We had to
convince this man.
Fallout 76 broke me in many different ways.
It's the only game that multiple review outlets were like, we're not going to subject our reviewers to play this game, so we're not reviewing it.
Hey, but to be fair, IGN Japan gave it a 76.
There we go.
So, I think 2 studios gave it a 76.
It's pretty meme.
Pretty meme.
I think 76 is about the highest score it's gotten anywhere.
No, it's got an 80. I'm just checking right now.
Oh, man.
83.
Oh, boy.
On digital chumps.
Todd's special edition with no bugs.
With the canvas bag.
Yep, the canvas bag.
They got a 92 from an outlet? How is that possible?
This is the reverse Jim Sterling.
Oh my god.
Alright, Tristan, did you have a third one?
No,
Fallout 76 was my third one.
Okay, and then...
Yeah, and Fallout 76 was my second one.
Alright guys, we're gonna do our last one. Second to last one. Sorry, we gotta start wrapping up here. We're running on time. Anyways, we're gonna choose our kind of game (S) of the year. I don't like the idea of choosing a single, like, your favorite game of the year. We'll choose one out of our favorites, but let's just talk about our favorite games that we played this year because, games are great. We don't need to choose a winner. We all like different stuff. Alex, you got one?
Yeah, I think it has to be said, Monhun World is definitely up there as one of them. It's just infinitely enjoyable.
Expansion coming out next year?
Yeah, of course. I'm super hyped
what
Iceborne.
A surprise in terms of an announcement for next fall. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's definitely way out there. I was hoping to come out a little bit earlier, but, beggars can't be choosers.
Did you know that the date between when they announced it and, like, depending on when it comes out in the fall was actually going to be longer than when they announced the game at E3 to when it released in January?
Oh, really? Okay. I hadn't thought of it that way, but yeah.
It'll be more than 6 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it gives some time for us to play the new Final Fantasy expansion, so Alex and I are pretty content.
I actually bought it on PC the other day.
Oh my god.
Monster Hunter World, so I'm going to be playing it again.
I'm waiting on the sale.
I'm waiting on the sale.
Where's the holiday sale?
Oh, my friend got it. My roommate sold it to me. He had an extra key.
Oh.
He bought something off Newegg and it came with a key, but he already owned the game.
Okay.
So he sold it to me for like $30 or something.
I'll get the Soulja Boy edition.
Oh gosh. All right, Tristan, what's one of your favorite games of the year?
I actually did put Monster Hunter World as well.
As your game of the year?
As my game of the year.
Ooh.
But I mean, since Alex talked about it, I had a couple ones. I had like a mobile game of the year. I had like a fun game of the year.
Did you choose the Rick and Morty tower defense game as your mobile game of the year?
No, that was a phase. Okay, that was a phase.
I remember during PAX, that's all you were doing the entire time, and then you just kept saying, "I forgot to build the guys that detect these balloons."
Sad rip.
That's what you were talking about that entire time.
My mobile game of the year was actually Dragalia Lost. My first foray into gotcha games. Got me good.
Did it gotcha?
Yeah, got me good.
All right.
I didn't spend any money, so I'm holding strong. But
whale status denied.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. I can see why people like these type of things.
All right, my game of the year, recency bias somewhat. Smash Ultimate is my game of the year. This game's good, guys. It's like, Smash is never gonna get a 10 out of 10 review from like every outlet, right? It's Smash. It's the same sort of game the entire, every single time. But just the amount of characters, the amount of stages, the music, the single player, the multiplayer. Okay, not the online multiplayer.
No, online right now, not so much.
The local multiplayer. It's so much fun. I'm having so much fun with this game.
Yeah, the single player is infinitely impressive to me. Just
it's
what
ultimate.
Scale they did this time, yeah. It's definitely ultimate.
All right, you got another game, Alex? We'll cycle through again.
Well, I'm sure everybody knows, but if
Your runner-ups, I guess, this would
if I do a mobile game of the year, it has to be Azure Lane.
It doesn't have to be a mobile game. It doesn't have to be a mobile game.
How could I name any other game than Azure
All right,
Lane?
that's fine, man. You do you.
Azure Lane is an experience.
Did that come out this year?
No.
Uh-oh.
It came out in October in Japan, I think, of last year.
Uh-oh.
But it's still Game of the Year.
I'll allow it. It's still
Continuing Game of the Year.
Why wasn't that on the Game Awards continuing game, ongoing
Best
game award?
ongoing game. Hey, they do update it constantly, so.
Tristan, you got another one?
No, let me just pump these out. Pump these little babies out.
Pump them out.
I put Labo.
Oh,
I thought,
whoa.
Yeah, that's this year,
That's a bit of a hot take.
That was April, right?
At $420, $69, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Legend status.
I thought it was a cool little experiment from Nintendo. I mean, I gave it a high score from my review, but like they're following it up with an quote unquote expansion pack. I don't know what you call it, like another set. And I mean, if I had more space in my house, I would definitely keep buying them.
What did you do with your current stuff?
They're kind of in my bar area. I just
Did you take it apart?
No, they're kind of hard to take apart.
Do you play the fishing game ever?
No, the only thing I would play is the piano.
I think that's the coolest one. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, really cool. Love it. Put it on the list.
Put it on the list. All right, I'm gonna put my next game runner up. I'm going RimWorld. That game ate my life.
I think you played that nonstop for about a month.
I did,
maybe two,
and then I stopped, and then I started playing again, and then I checked Steam, and I had 116 hours in it, and it felt like 20. That game makes time go away so fast, and it's such a fun, unique game that I don't know. It's amazing. And it's early access, but it officially launched this year, so I'm counting it as this year. All right, Alex, did you have any more? If not, we'll skip to Tristan. Keep moving.
Nah, I got nothing.
All right, Tristan, go for it.
That's all I had.
That's all you had? Oh, well, okay.
How many games did you want me?
well, I mean, just your favorite games of the year, man.
This was this year, huh? Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, whoa!
Remember that? Remember when remember when I was addicted to that for a little bit?
Oh, I remember that. That was an experience.
I feel like this year my eyes were open to a lot of different genres that
Open your eyes.
that I hated
Musou
playing.
games.
Gotcha games, Dynasty Warrior games, Fallout games.
That was a surprise one. Oh, I forgot about that one. Next one on my list, I had Into the Breach. It was weird. I didn't play it for more than like 20 hours, and it's mainly because it was so stressful of a game that like when things went wrong, you just wanted to quit. You're just like, nope, I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm going to start a new thing. But such a beautiful, complex, and satisfying strategy game to come out. And it did win Best Strategy Game at the Game Awards, right? I think it did. You got another one, Tristan? If not, I'll do my last one after this.
No, I'm good. I'm out of awards.
I've got Octopath Traveler, right? And it's up there because it's a great game, but it earns extra bonus points because its soundtrack is so good. I forgot didn't Red Dead win at the Game Awards?
Yeah. It won everything, basically.
Except for the categories that counted for it. But, yeah. Such a throwback game, going back to classic games. And such a good, I like the art style and I like the music, so earns a special place in my heart.
Is that game getting more content, or is it just done?
Nope, it's done. They've confirmed it like a week before launch. They're like, nope, this game's not getting any more content. You might get a sequel. I don't know. It's hard to do a sequel for this game though, because kind of every character storyline ended. So
spoilers. Everyone's dead.
Dead? Okay. We're going to end with our last award, which is going to be your 2019 and most anticipated game. Feel free to choose more. I don't know if you have more. I've got a couple. Guys, next year's going to be a great year for games. I'm just saying it right now.
There's a lot of games out.
There's a lot of games. Speaking like within 1 month, Alex, you've got Resident Evil 2 Remake coming out if you forgot about that game.
Yep. Resi 2, Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition.
Start listing them out. Like,
Devil
honestly,
May Cry
so many
5,
games.
Final Fantasy 14 Shadowbringers. What else we got? What's coming out right after it? I forget.
Let's say
Hunter.
for hypothetical sakes,
right.
let's say hypothetical that Cyberpunk comes out next year, which it definitely won't. But if it does, that's on the list, right?
Sure. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm curious about that one.
All right, I've got the true game, the most hyped game ever. And I'm going to give you a hint to what it is. Are you ready?
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Untitled Goose Game will be the 2019 Game of the Year. But other than that, we've got Kingdom Hearts coming next month, right? I'm hyped up for Total War 3 Kingdoms coming out next year. I am hyped up for the next Pokemon game next year, which will be the next 7th gen or 8th gen. I forgot. I lost track. 8th gen. Yeah, that gen. There's so many other games I can't even remember. Like I remember looking at a list on PC Gamer, and there's just crazy amounts. Like, I'm like the only one who's gonna say this, but I'm interested to see what Anthem is gonna do actually. But the other two games that I really want to list out, Rage 2. Actually looks pretty fun. I want to play Rage 2. It reminds me a lot of Borderlands. So, pretty hyped on that. And then Doom Eternal looks like the most fun FPS game I'll play in like the next 5 years. Because you have a shotgun that shoots out a hook and does like reverse scorpion, get over here, and you destroy things. And it's funny.
Reverse scorpion, I'll get over there.
I'll come to you. All right, Tristan, what you got?
There's a bunch of overlap. I'm actually excited about Anthem as well. Let's see what BioWare can do. And I always love a little bit of cooperative PvE gameplay. Thank you, Bungie, for screwing up Destiny 2, so I never play it again. Was that this year? No, that was last year.
That was last year. That was last year.
I think it was September last year.
It was September last year because it was all over PAX before it was launching.
That's right.
I also agree with Doom Eternal. I think Doom Eternal is going to be fantastic. Kind of fills the void of, Youngblood. Wolfenstein Youngblood. Screw it.
Oh. But that's an expansion, right?
It doesn't matter.
I'll count it, but it's an expansion.
Get out of here, Doom Eternal. I'm excited for
I think Doom Eternal is going to be better than Wolfenstein. I'm just saying right now.
Tristan wants some more BJ.
Yeah. I want...
Next year feels like a redemption year for Bethesda after what happened this year.
Yeah, they got some road work to do, I think.
Bethesda as a publisher is okay. Bethesda as a developer is not okay. So.
Okay.
And I mean, my number one, the date didn't come out yet, but I'm just going to assume it's 2019. Death Stranding. I want to see
you think that's coming out next year?
I just want to see what the game's about.
It's UPS Guy the game. You saw the gameplay.
I just want to know more. And
special guest Kanye.
Oh gosh.
Did they ever meet in New York? We'll never know.
I don't think so. Surprise guest, yeah, right at the end. Chapter 3 opens up, it's Kanye West.
Oh god.
But yeah, those are my three.
I forgot one game. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
Yeah.
I wanna play that game. And it's gonna be a crowded March, guys, alright? I gotta play Total War that month too, so oof.
Yeah, at some point Ace Combat 7 also comes out, so I'll
comes
be
out in
that.
January, if I recall too.
Is that also January? No way.
That is also January, Alex.
Right.
We're gonna die.
Yep.
We're gonna die. It's weird because the first 3 months of the year are usually extremely slow, and then they saw what Monster Hunter did last year, where it just dominated the market for 3 months because no other games came out, and they're like, I want to jump in on some of that. Sorry, I don't think it, I think it's February. Alright, Alex, you got like 2 weeks to play Resident Evil 2.
And get through Tales of Vesperia.
Here's another one. Super Meat Boy Forever.
Really?
I have been waiting for that game forever. But
what about Jump Force? You waiting for Jump Force?
Oh god, get out of here. Jump Force, more like Jump Force out of my sight.
Okay.
What about Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order from Vince Zampelli?
From Vince himself.
Vince
delivering
himself.
it to my house.
Here's not even a title screen. Here's just me telling you about it.
It's really cool.
Actually, here's another set. All the Final Fantasy games on the Switch. I'm really excited about that.
Oh. What ones are you going to play? What ones are you going to replay? Because I haven't played a lot of those, so I might go back and play them. But I haven't played 6 yet, and I bought that a long time ago, so.
6 isn't coming. Is 6 coming too?
No, I have 6 on PC. I bought it on PC.
I'm looking at the list here. I haven't played any of 7, 9, 10, X2. I played a little bit of 12, but I haven't played any of the 3D ones. So I'm excited.
I forgot a sleeper one, man. I forgot a sleeper hit. Wargroove. Second game of the year, 2019.
Wargroove.
Is
that coming out?
Wars.
No, I know. Wargroove
They said first half 2019, I think. So, those guys at Chucklefish, or whatever that studio. I think their publisher's Chucklefish, not the studio, but yeah. It's gonna be a good year of games next year, guys. It's gonna be a jolly year. What do you think? Jolly year?
Ready that wallet.
Ready your wallets. Oh, man. Also, might be getting some consoles next year. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, we might be seeing some news of a PS5. Maybe.
We'll get announcements, but I don't think it'll release until 2020.
I just have one wish in the video gaming world. Just put Final Fantasy 14 on my Switch, please.
Tristan, that would be dangerous.
Yeah, it would be.
I think you would die.
Gathering on the go.
I think you'd be fired from work for playing Final Fantasy 14 at work. He doesn't even deny it. He's just like, it's true. No words. All right, everyone. That will wrap it up. We're running a little late, so we're going to wrap it up for episode 18. Viewport Relay is available on Radio Public, iTunes, Google Music, Stitcher, Podbean, and all your favorite podcast directories. If you enjoyed this episode, please take a moment to subscribe, review, and share it with your friends. We're also on social media as Viewport Gaming on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Tristan Jung, I have a very important question for you.
Yes.
Why Viewport Gaming?
Well, Viewport Relay is part of this website. It's called the Viewport Gaming, a website that provides a look into video games through reviews, features, and podcasts. You can find all Viewport Gaming content at viewportgaming.com.
All right. Thank you, Tristan. And as always, I've been your host, Albert Corsten, joined by Alex Nestor.
Until next time.
And Tristan Jung.
See you in the new year.
See you in the new year.